quit my job.
What?
And it didn't just happen yesterday. I quit it a while ago, back in June actually. I wasn't trying to keep this a secret from you, but it's something that I needed to figure out. And I quit it initially without having another job lined up. I'm gonna explain to you exactly my thought process, what's coming up next, what I've been up to, and so much more. I need a smoothie though. I need to get coffee or some kind of fuel to do this video, I feel like. Let's go, let's go. Let's get into it. Got my matcha latte. Okay, well, what's next? Great question. Thanks for asking. But before we get into what is next, let's talk a little bit about my career thus far. And no, I'm not going to get into the whole bringing you back to my childhood and where it all started, but let's talk a little bit about my tech journey thus far. As many of you know, I started in fashion modeling, and then it was in my last year of university, discovered coding, really fell in love with it, and from there ended up going to a coding bootcamp. My vision long-term was always to be a software developer, to grow into some kind of senior level CTO and expand. And of course, what you think at one point in your life definitely always changes. And another thing I really wanted to address is quitting a job or leaving a company without being employed. And I really wanted to address this because no, it wasn't just like jumping off a cliff. At the time, it just seemed like the right thing to do for so many reasons, and I'm so glad I did it because it really led me to knowing exactly where I needed to go next. So I went to a coding bootcamp, had a great experience, worked at a startup as a QA for a little bit, moved into a developer role. Was doing mainly back-end, working with Node and Express, loved it, had a great experience there. It was really cool because it was a very small company too. So I got to work really closely with everyone. From there though, went to a larger company. I'm sure many of you who follow me on LinkedIn know more about that as well, which was a great experience. I grew really quickly there. I started as a software developer, very quickly became a senior developer, and then was helping lead a team of developers. So it was a great experience to grow my career very quickly and learn from really amazing people, have great mentorship, great support, but something was missing. Hello, hello, let's make sure it's working. Hello, 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 yeah. And it was around this time I started seeing a lot of roles for developer advocates pop up. And it's so interesting because I make videos all the time around different roles in tech, different jobs in tech, yet I wasn't really familiar with developer advocate roles and what they really entailed. We got music. So I spent some time researching. I actually DM'd and reached out to some people who are developer advocates. Shout out to Bukla, she is an amazing YouTuber here on YouTube, obviously YouTuber on YouTube, who took time to answer all my questions as she is a developer advocate and just really get a sense as to what this role entails. And it's kind of difficult to get a sense on what it entails because every company defines it a bit different. Some there is more focus on coding, some there is more focus on public speaking and traveling. There's a ton of different variations of this role, I would say, but overall the role really excited me, and getting to wear multiple hats, meaning getting to use my technical expertise, my skills in coding, my public speaking skills, my community building skills, just all of the aspects of it really excited me. And I'm like, wow, this is exactly what I do with Tiffin Tech combined with my 5 years of software development experience. The next thing I needed to do was decide what kind of company I wanted to work for, and that is something I spent a lot of time thinking about. And one thing that really helped me narrow down as to what I wanted in my next company or what I wanted in my career was I wrote down my values and what I really want in a company. And one of the things I really wanted in my next role was for it to be more of a product-based company. So for those of you who don't know, I was on the consulting side at IBM, which was great. It made me be able to work on a lot of different projects, get comfortable with... One second here. Sorry, we had to take a pause on the video. We had a bit of a crisis happen with the dogs. They were like, anyways, it's all good now. But anyways, as I was saying, I was on the consulting side at IBM, which was great, and it made me develop a lot of skills as far as being comfortable with being uncomfortable. I had to adapt very quickly. Consulting is a very demanding industry. I really enjoyed it, but I really wanted to be more on a product-based company where we all had the same goals, the same vision. We were building something with all of that in mind. And you get that in consulting, but maybe not to the same degree, if that makes sense. And that was a huge thing for me. And that's something I would really suggest to you if you are looking for a new job or considering what kind of company you want to work for, is to make a list of values. Because often what happens is when we get into the job hunting process and you start speaking to these companies, you almost make exceptions for things that you wouldn't have made exceptions for initially because you're so excited that a great company is interested in you that you just kind of like turn a blind eye to things. And I think it's really important to not do that, especially long term in your career. And I'm really excited to take you on this journey with me. It's something I think is so important and that I always say to you is to continue to grow and evolve. And for me, it was something that I love creating content, community building, blogging, writing, public speaking, all of that so much on top of coding that it just made sense for my career to go in this direction. And I really see myself building a very strong career in this direction. And I'm really excited to take you along with me. So if you have any questions, leave down below in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them. I, of course, will share more with you as I grow and yeah, I'm gonna take the next few weeks to just completely take some downtime, spend time with family, friends, the dogs, of course. Actually, where is Muggs? Oh, look, he's right behind me. Can you see? Hi. I am so excited. I accepted a developer advocacy role and I start in September. It's at a product-based company, a smaller company than the one I was at. And I'm just really excited that I was able to, and I had the opportunity to take the summer off to really just know exactly what I wanted my next steps to be, what it would look like. And it really helped ensure that I wasn't just taking something to take something, but taking something because I really wanted it. I really believe in the company, the role, and really am excited about it. And yeah, anyways, I will share more with you as I start, but I just wanted to give you a little life update into where my journey is thus far. And I think it was really important to recognize that it's a we're continuing to grow. It doesn't just happen, it's not just a linear path, and I think it's important to be open to new opportunities as they come your way and just feel them out and see what's going on. And maybe I'm just rambling now, but I'm really excited. And yeah, life update. Thanks for following me along. And I guess some of you might be asking, so what does this mean for Tiffin Tech? And it means nothing for Tiffin Tech in the sense that at this point it's just like a working reel as far as, you know, having people who support me on Tiffin Tech and help with editing and all that amazing stuff. So continue to expect awesome videos, coding tutorials, career advice, personal growth tips. You know, everything that I make videos on will continue and just continue to expand and expand. So on that note, any video topics, any questions you have, leave below and I will do my best to answer them. Oh, and hit the subscribe button. It's free. It's free and it's supporting me. Thanks, everyone.